Information is power.
All right, everybody, I want to talk about this brother by the name of Walter Johnson, aka Mr. Tenderism. Incredible. I want to get into this because this is a perfect cautionary tale about what can happen when we as black people create something. Our creativity, our culture, our hard work and sweat, our ability to create something that is authentic, that cannot be replicated. But there are those out there that will try to do what? Steal our trademark or trademark what we're doing. And that isn't such what happened to brother Walter Johnson, aka Mr. Tenderism. And he can make that meat, like you see right there, just fall off the bone. I mean, the brother has years and years of experience with barbecuing and roasting and smoking and these beautiful, delectable meats and what have you. And what I want to do is I want to show you him right here with one of the Isley brothers, I think with his lady friend. Let me take that off of there. And this all went viral. I mean, the brother is cutting the meat and that meat is just falling right off the bone. You can see in the middle part of this picture that one of the Isley brothers, the main brother from the Isley brother, he is really enjoying the experience with Mr. Tenderism. And this is an example of how we as black people, when we create something, when we have ownership in something, we need to rally around our people and make sure that we support them when there's somebody treacherous trying to take what they have created. And this is what I'm going to get into, because this, once again, is a cautionary tale. So when you look at history, ladies and gentlemen, throughout history in this country, going back to slavery during the 1800s, 1700s, when slaves created something, the slave masters would benefit from it economically because slaves could not do what? Get a patent on their invention. Well, right from the 1800s going into the 1900s, 1940s and 50s and 30s and 1920s, and throughout those decades and years, there were plenty of black people that were black inventors who never got credit for their inventions. There is, in fact, white people today who you may believe created certain inventions that they did not create, because at one point in time, when black people created inventions, there would be a white person that would say, well, you can't get a patent, but I can get a patent for you. And it would be this situation where that black person, that woman, that man would go into partnership, but eventually get their invention stolen because they didn't have the patent. So therefore they couldn't make the money, the benefit to create generational wealth. And this is the same thing that happened to brother Mr. Tenderism right here, Mr. Walter Johnson. The same thing that happened to him, where he partnered up with this guy right here, who I want to put on the screen right here. This guy goes by the name of Nick Pre-Seminum. He's got a European last name, but this is the guy who he went into business with. And like I said, if you go back in history, this has happened to black people so many times where we go into business or we partner up with our white counterparts. Or the white counterpart says, I can help you with that, to bring that to market. I can help you to make money from that. But in the end, they end up signing everything off to this individual where they have control. Now, apparently, what was happening is Mr. Walter Johnson did not technically have a trademark yet on the word Mr. Tenderism. But his word, everyone said in the barbecue community, in this community, that everyone knows that that's his trademark, that that's his saying, that that's something that he sort of coined as a phrase in the way he cooks his food and prepares his food and prepare it to the point where it comes right off the bone to the rooter to the tutor. All right. All right. And he's been able to do that and perfect what he's done in the kitchen. But this man right here want to go behind his back and do what? Let's put this right up here for y'all. So apparently there was a lot of backlash on this guy, Nick, who owns the Destination Smokehouse, where brother Walter Johnson was sort of being used. And I don't like to use this word, but I think that he was using him as if he was some type of mascot We're not saying that Brother Walter Johnson was a mascot, but that's often how white people treat black people when we have talent, whatever that talent may be, cooking, dancing, singing, inventing things, science. They try to use us and try to take advantage of our talents and get rich off of our talents while using us as a mascot. In a sense, this is what I believe happened to Walter Johnson in dealing with this Nick Utipian or whatever the hell his name is. I think this is surely what happened because let me read this again. The online backlash. Nick Utipian of Destination Steakhouse is facing criticism online after a trademark application for the phrase tenderism surfaced without Walter Johnson listed. So that means if he was going to get a trademark, Walter Johnson is the proper individual that should have been the one that had full control of the trademark. But instead, this Nick individual who owns the Smokehouse went behind Walter Johnson's back. And I think, to not be funny about it, I think he stabbed him in the back, which is why Walter Johnson at some point in time made it very clear that he had to move on. He can't dwell on it. He just had to move on. And it's about him doing tenderism. It's about him going out and creating his own mark on how he prepares the beautiful, delicious barbecue and how he goes about cutting it to a point that it just falls off the bone. So good. So in this process, Walter Johnson says the phrase became a viral through his personal and delivering the sensation has sparked a debate about credit ownership and viral culture. Now, this is his word. This is what Walter Johnson has put out there. You cannot deny that this is something that this brother came up with. So let me do this. Comedian Godfrey, if you're all familiar with Brother Godfrey, he went in on this situation. And I want to play what he had to say about this situation because I thought it was more than fair. I'm going to say it again. Black people, when you have a black person that has this type of talent, whether it be in the culinary arts, cooking, barbecuing, dance, music, science, engineering, whatever we're in, and you have a brother who is talented, whether it be a black woman or a black man, no matter what their age is, when they're being mistreated by someone of the usual suspect, as this man right here would be the usual suspect, because it's usually people that look like him historically that would still rob our ideas, our intellectual property, and get rich off of it, as I believe he was trying to do because of Brother Walter Johnson. This guy, Nick, was making money. Let's just keep it real right now. Nick was making money because people were coming there for the type of energy, right? Swagger, and the way he prepared that meat as it falls off the bone. So delicious, so divine, so delectable that did what? That put money in Nick's pocket, and it made Destination Smokehouse very popular. So once again, a perfect example. Black man does the hard work. Black man has the ideas, has the methodology. A black man is able to get things popping, able to do something with them. Anything that we as black people do, we bring a whole nother level to it. Okay, tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
But the most important thing, we have to always have ownership in that which we create, and don't let other people take our intellectual property, as this man, Nick, attempted to do. Now, let's go into the clip that I want to show you from my man, Godfrey, comedian Godfrey, who I just believe that Godfrey be telling the truth about a lot of stuff. And let me let y'all hear this. Check this out.
This man, Walter Johnson, who I feel really bad for, he just made a video saying, hey, man, I'm no longer with Destination Smokehouse.
I'm not at Destination Smokehouse. I'm with Tendernism now.
And you can see the pain in his face.
It is what it is. You got to move on. When things happen, you don't get mad. You just take another step.
He says, yo, it is what it is. And I feel sorry for that man. He was so nice to this guy. He sacrificed himself. you know, and we should be angry as about this. Stop going to Destination Smokehouse. That place. Anybody that looks like me, we need to stop going over there.
Now, Godfrey, if I'm not mistaken, Godfrey has Nigerian ancestry, but he tells the truth about he's actually had a chance to observe and understand how we as Black Americans get down, how we as Black Americans have a rich history. And he seems to understand our history and what we have gone through, because when this happens to our people, we must rally around them, because this has been the historical facts that we have had our intellectual property, our ideas, our talents ripped off, where we don't benefit, but others do benefit from it.
Stop it. I know we love barbecue, but that. We're going to let food get in the way of our integrity. Stop it. All right.
Right. This is called being on code. If one of our own people is being mistreated by someone who got popular off of that Black person who brought attention to their restaurant, in the case of this guy, Nick, then once Nick does him wrong by trying to get a trademark on the name Tenderism behind his back, at that point, we should stop supporting that business. We should drive that business out of business by doing what? Just simply not going there and eating and causing them to lose money and economics, because this is how other groups operate when you disrespect someone of their community. Let's continue.
So Walter Johnson, you know, the guy from Destination Smokehouse who coined the phrase is it tenderism?
Tenderism.
Right? It's tenderism.
Tendernism.
I think it's tenderism, whatever.
Tendernism.
And he had that white partner. And I made a video saying, yo, I don't trust this dude. I think he's going to take this dude. Walter Johnson really went viral with his, you know, with the barbecue thing, you know, showing that the barbecue falls off the bone, like that. And I'm thinking, oh, this old man got a dope business. And then come to find out, it's this Armenian dude that was behind it. And all of a sudden, he's making all this money. He's getting crowds. And all of a sudden, you know, now I was like, whoa, so he's sort of a mascot to this guy. And then,
just like I said, this is what usually happens when Black people have this kind of talent. They'll use us as if we're like a mascot, when we're really the damn reason why they're making money and their business is popping.
people were criticizing me, going, Godfrey, you know, you don't know the relationship. And I was like, what the are you talking about? I know when someone's getting played. I know it. But, you know, and these were Black folks telling me this, you know, this slave mentality, Negroes. And so I was like, yo, I don't trust it. I think this dude has popped up because now he's making this money. He wants to be the face as if he created this. Typical when Black people invent, just like the Black Americans that invented everything in America, white people come and steal their patents and make it look like it's theirs. All right, this is typical, same pattern. And now guess what? We're going to support this man, Walter Johnson, whatever the he does, we are going to support him. I don't know where he lives particularly, but wherever, we're going to support this guy. Whether we got to start a GoFundMe or whatever, we got to support him. Let him get his own truck. Let him get some workers to help him. There's enough of us around the country to help this guy, man. Let's help this guy. I hope wherever he's living, somebody that knows business, we help this dude. All right, because they f***ed him. I kept saying this. That's our grandfather. That's our uncle. That's family. We got to stop this being used. We got to cut it out. And by the way, you can get f***ed by anybody. It could be a Black person, white. It doesn't matter. Let's support this guy. I hope that he really, really understands that, you know, he can do it. We got your back, Walter Johnson. I'm sorry that happened to you. I just knew this was full of shit. You understand? And shame on him for what he's done. So Destination Smokehouse. No more Black people go there. All right. I know sometimes you be like, oh, the real are good. Get your Sambo spirit out of you. Get your Aunt Jemima spirit out of you. All that. All right. This is 2026. This ain't 1926.
Facts.
All right.
All right, y'all. All right. I got to give him a clap for that. I give him a clap. Not a laugh, but a clap. Okay. Because everything that Godfrey said was on point. It was the truth. Okay. We got to support Brother Walter Johnson in his endeavors. And his endeavor right now is that he's ventured onto his own to do his own thing. He even got his trademark, the very trademark Tenderism that this man, Nick, was trying to snatch up behind his back without having him listed on that trademark. That's dangerous. And as a result of that, like he said, this is one of the reasons why he had to bounce and create his own thing. And I just want to play a little bit of this because it shows you that when we have obstacles in our way or people trying to do us wrong, we can still rise up above them and do damn great things.
A question I think everybody's been wanting to know is, are you still at Destination Smokehouse? No, I'm not. I'm not at Destination Smokehouse. I'm with Tendernism now.
Tendernism being his own shit.
You know, I have to go on my own, you know, so that way I can do what I have to do. So I don't want nobody to be, it is what it is. You got to move on. When things happen, you don't get mad. Hey, you just take another step. Get glad
now,
and praise.
This is wisdom right here. I got to say this is wisdom because it's obvious that something went wrong. Something did not work out. And he said, you know what? Don't get mad. Just take another step. That's wisdom. We need to hear more of that type of wisdom from our elders, from people in our communities, because here's a man who's taking lemonade and he's going to make, he's taking lemons and he's going to make the best lemonade, should I say. All right. Now, let me also let you know that I think he had a GoFundMe. People are saying, hey, support this brother. But let me play this right here. I think this is pertaining to the GoFundMe because there was a question about his GoFundMe. And I think Walter Johnson, a.k.a. Mr. Tenderism, okay? Tell the truth. I think he cleans this up right here. Check this out.
A question I know a lot of people are asking is about the GoFundMe. Why'd you start it? Is it really your GoFundMe? Those are the questions that I hear a lot of people doing. And then, you know, maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you may do with the money. Hey, the GoFundMe is to try to kick up me to move around and do things. Yes, it is mine, but hey, y'all gonna get some too. You know what? I'm gonna share it. I ain't like that. I'm gonna let y'all know I'm not like that. But I need to move around, cause in a few minutes I'm gonna have grills. I'm gonna have smokers, and I'm gonna be smoking everywhere I go. That's right. I say smoking. Don't take the wrong kind of smoking now and get out of hand. I'm talking about smoking meat. You dig? Tenderizing meat.
All right. Talking about tenderizing that meat. That's what the man is talking about. That beautiful meat right there. And look. So this is the thing. He doesn't have a physical restaurant. So he's saying he wants to invest money in getting him a lot of smokers and being able to travel around where he can prepare these delicious meats that the meat just falls off the bone, a place where he can go around the country and share with you his talent and the way he goes about cooking the meat and smoking it and everything of that nature. But this is one of the things I want you all to remember this here very clearly. I did some research and he's actually going to be in Fresno, California. So he is actually using these proceeds to move around and provide food and get his name out there. And I think it's very good. I think he was recently on the Shannon Sharp's nightcap. So they gave him a little love and what have you. But let me let you all hear something from Nick himself making tell me if you believe with this. I don't believe anything that he says, but here he is trying to make up for everything that's happened with the backlash against him. Here it goes.
Good morning. My name's Nick, and recently there's been a lot of conversations about Destination Smokehouse that don't fully represent our history or what we stand for. Today, I want to speak directly to our supporters about Walter Johnson and his involvement with Destination Smokehouse. Walter was never asked to leave. The application to register the trademark for Tendernism was not filed without his knowledge. Walter was an early source of inspiration for me, and I've always been grateful for that. We've shared so many genuine moments together, talking about barbecue and bonding over the craft that we both love. These moments were filled with camaraderie and mutual respect. Today, I'm proud of Walter for having the courage to go after his own dreams. It takes heart. I respect anyone who chooses to build something of their own, and I wish him nothing but the best. The barbecue community is really small. Guys, we all know each other, and as small business owners, I feel it's our responsibility to support one another and celebrate the craft that brings people together through our food. It's always been about great food and the spirit of the community with barbecue, and that's what Destination Smokehouse will always stand for. We're grateful for the support of our guests and our team and the barbecue community. We will remain focused on moving forward with respect, positivity, and a shared purpose. Thank you, guys.
See, this is what you call damage control. Let me get something correct. He kept saying our food. Let's just get something correct. We know that in this country called the United States of America, that black people did most of the domestic work. Okay? That means we did most of the cleaning. We did most of the cooking. So when it comes to barbecuing and smoking and all that sort of stuff, we know that it was the slaves. It was black people that were preparing food for the big house. So this whole ideology that, this is something that we invented, something that we perfected, and you guys just did what? Copied it, stole it, tried to replicate it for yourself and tried to profit off of it when we were the ones that perfected the style of cooking and the seasoning of the food and how to prep it and how to cook it at certain temperatures and when not to overcook it and what have you. No. Black people, because we did most of the domestic work in this country from the very beginning, we perfected the idea of barbecue. You guys just simply stole it and propped it up for yourself. These are just facts.
Tell the truth.
Now, let me get to, and let me know in the comment section if you think what he said was true or was he just doing damage control? Because like I said earlier in this video presentation, everybody, this podcast, I had mentioned that it was found that Nick, the guy who owns Destination Smokehouse, that he went behind Walter Johnson's back to try to trademark the phrase tenderism, which Walter Johnson is the one who started using that, and it became a viral statement that he would make that went viral, that everyone associated tenderism with this man that you see right here once again. And he tried to trademark it behind his back. I just want to remind you of that once more. Well, Walter Johnson has the last laugh. This is how he gets the last laugh, because Nick tried to trademark it, but he got the trademark. And guess what happened? It was a black man who is an attorney who gave the trademark over to him. Check this out. This is going to be great.
Attorney Harris reached out, talked to me. We have a meeting. He's the original owner of Tendernism under the trademark. And today, he said, well, I'm gonna get the trademark to you. And here he is. Boy, look, Attorney Harris.
Yes, sir.
Man, you don't know the appreciation. Things have been happening. God is good.
God is good. God is good.
It wouldn't have happened
Yes, sir.
if it weren't for him. And now look at it. Hey, family, see how we reach out and touch? Long time coming, but the time is here.
Well, I just want to thank you all for all that you've done for the community. You are a magnificent inspiration to us. And it is time for our community to work together to do big things economically. And it is an absolute honor to begin the process of transferring those trademarks over to you, because you deserve it, you created it, and you've created something very, very special for our community.
Right there. That's fantastic that a black man gave it over to him and said he created it. I'm actually glad that the lawyer had control of the trademark and then had the character and fortitude to give it to Walter Johnson and not this guy, Nick, get control of the trademark. I have to say that I'm glad that this guy right here did not get control and that Walter has control of it. So he gets the last laugh. In that situation, because That's exactly what should have happened, in my opinion. Now, black people, to your credit, you did what you were supposed to do. You protested this man's steakhouse because nobody is showing up. Let me let you see this video right here that's very revealing. Check this out right here.
All right, so I'm here for a follow-up video, and all I can say is mission accomplished, people. Mission accomplished. I'm gonna get out the car real quick. There's no line. The very first time that I ever came here, it was right around this time. It's Saturday, March 7th. It's about 1:45 right now. And the very first time I came here right around this time. It was on a Saturday. The line was all the way to this dentist place that's like over my shoulder over here. And when I saw that,
wow,
I just drove right through the parking lot. I'm like, dude, I'm not about to, sit in that line. And here we are, Saturday. Saturday, 1:45. Absolutely no line. This is that dentist place that I was saying that the line came all the way back to. And then the line went all the way over there. So, Destination Smokehouse.
It's the audio in the video, y'all. It's going to pick up.
All right, so far, all I can say is, wow, no line at all. So we'll see if this is, let me go inside and see what the line looked like inside. But yeah, every time I've came, it's been a line out there. And like all the way in that little area right there, that you can see. But let me see. And then even in here.
Look at that, everybody.
So this is how bad the line was getting. You go all over there.
You see, nobody is in there. This is black people supporting Walter Johnson. This is black people stepping up for this brother and saying, you know what? You did our brother wrong. He had to go on and do his own thing. And now we're going to support him and take support away from you. That's being on code. That's what you call supporting each other economically, emotionally, socially, and being completely on code. Because if this had happened to any other group, they would have done the same thing. We should be doing this every single time. So when we get disrespected going into these stores or going into business with people who are looking to rip us off, once they do this, we should, black people that support these places because of a person like Walter Johnson, a brother like Walter Johnson with his talent in the barbecue community. When this happened to him, black people stepped up and they did what? They hurt this guy, Nick. This guy, Nick, has been hurt economically now because nobody is in the restaurant. Let's continue to let you see what we're talking about here.
Now,
look at that. It's empty.
zero line.
Zero line, but it's empty though. Wait a minute. I'm gonna move this back one more time and let y'all see see this again. Let's go.
We'll see if this is let me go inside and see what the line looked like inside.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, every time I've came, it's been a line out there.
So basically he's saying every time he's come to this location, Destination Smokehouse, that usually the line is going outside the door into the parking lot. Not the parking lot, but basically in this strip mall, the lines are out of the door and all around.
And like all the way in that little area right there, that you can see. But let me see. And then even in here, there'd be a line.
Wow.
This is how bad the line was getting. You go all over there, but now
ain't no line. Ain't no line, y'all. This is black people that did this being on code. Being on code. Let me not laugh about it. Well, yeah, we can laugh about it too, but let's clap about it and let's laugh that he ain't making no coin off of us. Okay? Okay? He ain't making no coin off us. And then I also clap because this is what we should be doing every time this happens to one of our people in this situation. This is a perfect example. And this is what I'm saying, that when we work together as a people and support each other and someone's treating us like this brother got treated, okay, this guy, Nick, was making a lot of money off of him being in his restaurant with the way he cooks the food, to the point that people were coming there in droves because of his personality, Walter's personality, but not only the personality, but the way he cut that tenderism of that meat. And this guy tried to benefit from it. And guess what? We can't let that happen. This is a perfect example of what we need to be doing going forward when anytime this happens to any of our people in this same situation, y'all. So this is incredible, in my opinion, the way this whole thing went down. Wow. I really appreciate y'all for coming over, watching the video. This is the Information Man Show. If you like the video so far, please subscribe to the channel, share this video on all your social media, hit the bell and notification so that you never miss when I upload a video or go live, okay? So I appreciate you all. This was a video that I had to do. This has been going viral all over social media, but just the principle of how our people historically have had this happen to us. And here we are in the 21st century, and we still have this sort of stuff happening to us in the 21st century today. But black people responded like they should. They given Destination Smokehouse is getting no attention, no more. And that's right. So let's wish Brother Walter Johnson a lot of success on his new venture. And Tenderism. And man, let me get ready to get on out of here. I appreciate you all. Y'all take care and peace.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse, she my medical. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me. Give my baby problems, you gon' regret every
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV. BS3 Network, changing the way you listen to podcasts. BS3 Network is now on Roku TV under BS3 TV. Download today.
I ain't seen that in a while, but it's your style. So something must be up keeping you down. You a queen that must be heaven sent. Pray my soul, I must repent for not telling you what I meant and how I felt. Honestly, I'm used to throwing wishes in the well.